I am Brandon Fields. I am the Global Director of Applied Meat Science for PIC. I've been with the company about 27 years now. My degree is animal science from Purdue. I've done some internships and worked in the quality control department at a couple of plants in the United States prior to joining PIC. Here at PIC, I've done various things from product validation or our field research group through to now where I'm more focused on technical services for the integrator and for the packing industry, looking at everything from operations, animal welfare, and some of the economic challenges that are faced with running a plant. So I have a couple things on my days off. So first, I live on a farm and I raise cattle. So there's definitely time spent caring for the animals, doing necessary farm chores and repair work and those type of things. And then if it's more of a fun activity, I really like to do outdoor activities like hunting and fishing. So I go fishing a lot. I have a fishing cabin in northern Saskatchewan, Canada that I try to go to. And I like to take hunting trips with some of my friends for deer or turkeys or wild pigs. What made me decide to join PIC ultimately was the variety of opportunities. When I was looking for a position out of college, I had a lot of offers from various plants in positions like R&D or quality control. But I really did not like the idea of going to the exact same place every day and doing basically the same thing. And with PIC, I saw an opportunity to have a lot of variety in my work, and that has proven to be extremely true. I've traveled to almost 30 different countries with my work. Every day is unique and different, and I definitely think I've made the right choice. It's a good question. I have to think on that one. Probably one of the bigger challenges in my current position that I have to deal with is understanding the different market segments and even cultural differences in the areas we work. If we think about meat quality in Japan or North America, right, it's pretty standard, focused on things like, color and water holding capacity of product and ultimately taste or tenderness for the consumer. In lesser developed countries, this could be a completely different thought process where, water holding capacity or taste might be third or fourth on the list after basics of food safety or affordability of the protein source. So trying to adapt to those different market requirements and still provide valuable service for the PIC customer and or the slaughter plant is definitely one of our bigger challenges that we have to deal with on a regular basis. Probably the biggest difference between Japan and some of the other markets we work in is that quality is really paramount or top of the list in Japan. The way pork is consumed, the price people are willing to pay for that special eating experience is a little bit unique compared to most places around the world. You could argue that there are similarities with some of the very expensive dry cured ham production in Europe, but for fresh meat, definitely in Japan and maybe Korea, you get the greatest emphasis on fresh meat quality and really focused to that consumer experience of taste and eating quality. So Japan is unique, and it's an interesting country to visit. I've never been here as a tourist. I've only been here for business. Definitely in Japan, the people are friendly. The business is more formal than a lot of places. But at the end of the day, I think everybody is looking for the same result of getting the right product and the right price to the business, to the consumer. As far as Japan in general, as I said, I really enjoy the food. Everything is great, and that's part of the culture. As I mentioned before, that everything is focused on that eating quality and that experience. So it definitely makes that a really enjoyable time. There's so many good ways to eat pork. I don't know if I can say which one is the most delicious. I think everybody would agree that you definitely have to have in your top 3 list bacon, because bacon is always delicious. Here in Japan, one of my favorite things for pork is tonkatsu. I think that's an extremely delicious way to eat pork, and it's a shame that more places outside of Japan do not offer tonkatsu or a similar product, because it is so delicious. Being an American, I really like our barbecue and our grilled or smoked pulled pork, or the Boston butt, where we make the barbecue, different parts of ribs and those type of things. So yeah, I'm pretty open to a lot of opportunities of pork, and we can really then narrow it down if we're talking fresh or processed pork. But I'm gonna have to lean on fresh pork, somewhere between the American barbecue style and if you call tonkatsu fresh pork, even though it's breaded and some things added, that's definitely going to be one of the top as well. And from a further processed, you have to have a combination of American bacon and Spanish dry cured ham. So I think the key message from the presentation is really that the biggest impact on pork quality are the things that we do in our daily jobs. Management practices have such a large impact on quality, and some stages of production, people might not be thinking of the impact on final product quality, but it's there. So it's really everyone needs to focus on their job is critical to preserve the good work before them and to pass on that potential for a good quality product to the next stage in the chain. So for the customers here in Japan and really around the world, I hope everyone is seeing the value in PIC genetics. We are certainly putting a lot of effort into those genetics, not just from farm performance, but also from the consumer quality. We've been selecting product genetically for improved meat quality since 1998, when we started focusing on pH. We've increased selection emphasis for intramuscular fat or marbling, and as recently as 2018, we started selection for tenderness of the product. So as those products continue to roll through the production chain and cycle, I think that impact is going to be seen more and more. And we have, aside from hopefully a very competitive genetics platform, I think we have a world-leading technical services platform where we can provide that full support from farm all the way through the plant to assist customers and those utilizing the PIC genetics to really achieve the best results possible.